So here's the problem set. The problem set on the front is all problems, all right? It's just problems that you have to rewrite. It's good practice here to rewrite the problems so you're nice and neat with your writing out your problems. Make sure you leave yourself enough room. You're writing your problems in the middle. You're not writing too large, too small. You want to make your work nice and neat so anybody can take a look at it and see how much good work and positive effort you put into it, okay? On the back are 3-word problems, okay? You guys are going to tackle most of this on your own today and then check in with the teacher as we go. For those learners at home, at the end of this video, I will have all the answers listed for you right here, okay? So, we're going to get started today. I'm going to skip around on the first couple and then you can go back and finish. And then on the back, I want to make sure that when you read these problems, I want you to show your work. I want you to try to do the RDW process, which is the read, draw, write. All right, you read the problem, you draw out what needs to be done, and you actually write out the math and then write your answers in a complete sentence, okay? So, back onto the front. Put down your name at the top. In my class, we put down our numbers. And the date is 1/11/21, okay? All right, so we'll start here with 1. Okay, so let me zoom in on that for you so you can take a look. It's 3 times 42. So I'm going to put my 42 on the top and my 3 underneath that right there, okay? And then my multiplication sign. I put it in the middle and I made sure that it was clear and neat. 3 times 2 is 6. And again, I start with this number. I always multiply because I have to do 3 times 2 and 3 times 4. So 3 times 2 is 6 and 3 times 4 is 12. That one was nice. No regroupings, nothing. So I've got 126. Remember, we're using the standard algorithm, okay? If I were to do this in my head, I would say 2 times 3 is 6 and 3 times 40 is 120. And then I would add 120 plus 6 in my head and I get 126. Okay, let's do this one. Let's skip down here to D. Okay, so everybody should be on D. If we write this down, 431 on the top, multiplied by 3. The multiplication has the commutative property, which means we can say 3 times 431 is the same as 431 times 3, okay? So again, I'm going to start here with my 3. Say 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 4 is 12. That's fantastic. And what I did here is I just went 3 times 1, 3 times 3, 3 times 4. What I really want you to understand, though, is that these numbers up here are in place values. This 1 is worth just 1. This 3 is worth 30 because it's 3 tens. And this 4 is worth 400 because it's in the hundreds place. So when I did 3 times 1, that really is just 3. When I did 3 times 3 is 9, this 9 is actually 90 because it's really 3 times 30. Then finally 3 times 4 is 12, okay, but 3 times 400 is 1200. So we did that all together. We put our little comma in there. It's 1,200, okay? All right, and I'm gonna skip down here all the way to the bottom for G. And let's try that one together. Let's write out 4,309 times 4, okay? Again, nice and neat with my, when I'm writing this out, all right? Okay, so 4 times 9. If you need to use a multiplication chart, be my guest, all right? I would like you to start memorizing these facts or developing a way where you can come up with these facts quickly. 4 times 9 is 36. I put down my 6. I carry my 3. 4 times 0 is 0. Plus 3 is 3. 4 times 3 is 12. Put down the 2. Carry the 1. 4 times 4 is 8. 16. Plus 1 is 17. Okay, so it ends up being 17,236. Okay? All right. So, yeah, do your best here and make sure you're carrying the right numbers. Make sure you're adding the numbers after you do your multiplication, and you should be all set. Let's do one problem on the back. We'll do the first problem, okay? So we'll just flip to the back. And then the rest of it you can do on your own. All right. So we're going to redraw right. There are 365 days in a common year. Okay? Yeah, that's usually what we've been taught for a long time now. 365 days in a common year. How many days are in 3 common years? And common means normal. Okay? So what I need to do is show that there are 365 days in 1 year, right? How many are in 3? So, it's just those 3 groups of that. So we got to figure out how many are in 3 years, okay? So if I say 365, and I multiply that by 3, okay? So as you can see, I read it, I drew it, now I'm writing it out, I'm doing my math. 3 times 5 is 15, I put down the 5, carry the 1. 3 times 6 is 18, plus 1 is 19. Put down the 9, carry the 1. 3 times 3 is 9, plus 1 is 10. So we're looking here at 1,095. And that obviously is our days, so we see how many days are in 3 common years. So days, so there are 1,095 days in 3 common years. Just like that, okay? So when I write out my sentence in a complete sentence here, I try to restate this question. It says, how many days are in 3 common years? There are 1,095 days in 3 common years. I just make it an answer, all right? Not a question anymore, but I took most of these words and changed them to fit that. So I read, draw, and then write them out, okay? And that's what you get. Capital letter in the beginning, a little period at the end. This looks great. This shows you a 4 effort, okay? All right, the rest of this you're going to do on your own. And you can pause this video right now if you're working from home, and then check the answers out right after, because I'll be doing these. I'll show you the answers in just a moment, okay? All right. Have fun, good luck, and do your best. Okay, so here we are. We're back. To show you the answers to this. If you're not done, well then pause and finish. If you had any problems, that's okay too. Maybe looking at what we did will help you out. All right, so let's go down through here. All right, I looked at, I did this one together, and then this one is 252. All right, let's check this out. We did this, did this one together, so this one was 2,586. You can see my ink is like leaking through from the paper on the other side, so my apologies. I'll have to adjust that. I like to use ink so you can see very clearly, but when it leaks through the paper, it makes it confusing. So E is 18,636, F is 9,318. And down at the bottom is 17,236, and H is 34,472. And flip it over. Cool. We did this 2 together, 3. 3, I just wrote out a square because the length of one side of a square city block is 462 meters. What's the perimeter? Perimeter is the distance around, and we know that perimeter would be side plus side plus side plus side. We just add up all the sides. Well, in a square has 4 equal sides. That's what's unique about a square. So I just have to add 462 4 times, or instead of doing the repeated addition, I'm just going to multiply. It would be 462 multiplied by 4. That gives me 1,848. And then I wrote my answer out here. The perimeter of a square city block is 1,848 meters, okay? And then down here, this was a 2-step problem. I needed to figure out how many miles Jesse ran. And then step 2 is how many feet he ran totally, okay? So if you didn't do all of these bar diagrams or tape models, that's okay. If your brain didn't guide you down that direction. If you did the math and you did your best to get to that point and you came up close to this answer or this answer, we're proud of you, okay? So here in step 1, I wrote down Jake ran 2 miles and Jesse ran 4 times as far, because Jake ran 2 miles, there it is. Jesse ran 4 times as far. So I wrote down 4 boxes for Jesse and figured out that was 8 miles. But that's not going to answer my question. The question here says, how many feet did Jesse run? So if there are 5,280 feet in a mile, over here I drew out what 1 mile of feet looks like, and then there's 8 groups of it. So it says here, if I did 8 times 5,280, I came up with 42,240. So Jesse ran 42,240 feet. Okay? And that's it. That's all we had to do today. Hopefully this was okay for you. Hopefully you felt very good in the inside and you're having some success, all right? So tomorrow we're going to jump into, we're doing some more multiplication, a little bit different. But again, super proud of you, and please keep trying your best. We'll see you tomorrow.